Western Port is a remarkable living ecosystem and is located to the south of the city of Casey and Melbourne's largest growth corridor. The bay is hugely underappreciated, and it is also under great environmental stress. We want to change both. Western Port is home to an incredible diversity of species, many of which are not found anywhere else on Earth. Woody sea dragons, a relative to seahorses, are endemic to our waters and particularly love the environment of southern Western Port. Off French Island's northwest corner lies a tiny oasis called Crawfish Rock. Over 500 species have been found here. San Remo Channel is home to a diverse and colourful marine community. The smallest of Western Port's 3 marine national parks, Churchill Island is home to unique lamp shells and amazing sea hares. In the north, French Island and Yarringa Marine National Parks contain some of the world's most southerly stands of mangroves. Important salt marsh communities are also found here. Offshore from the mangroves, extensive mudflats are exposed at low tide. A huge diversity of birdlife feed here, using beaks adapted to finding worms, shrimps and molluscs in the mud. They roost on beaches and in the mangroves when the tide returns. Many, like the ruddy turnstone, leave during our autumn for Siberia, where they lay their eggs before returning in spring. A satellite tag showed this bird flew a round trip of 27,000 kilometres. More than 1% of the world's population for 6 species of migrating shorebirds flock to Western Port during our warmer months to feed. 1% of humans would be equivalent to 70 million people living in Western Port. Seagrass covers the mudflats and channels and forms many underwater forests that are crucial habitats and nurseries for diverse species, including many important types of fish. 16 species of marine mammals have been recorded in Western Port, and we have the world's largest colony of Australasian fur seals off Phillip Island. Western Port is also home to an unusual family of dolphins and is a regular stopover for humpback whales. Killer whales are also regular visitors. Most of Western Port is protected under the International Ramsar Convention for Migratory Birds. The United Nations has also discovered Western Port, proclaiming it a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 2002. The city of Casey spans Western Port's northern shore, with the coastal villages of Tooradin, Blind Bight and Warneet nestling behind the mangroves. A large part of the cities of Casey and Cardinia have been built over the Western Port sunk land, which was drained in the late 1800s. This area was a giant swamp, which acted like kidneys for the catchment, purifying water from the land before reaching the bay. A complex drainage system funnels the runoff from agricultural and, increasingly, urban areas out into the bay. Our activities have resulted in the massive loss of the bay's seagrass and mangroves. Over 2/3 of the intertidal seagrass in the bay's north has been lost since the 1970s. We don't fully understand why, but it is likely to be the results of a combination of sediments, nutrients and other pollutants flushed from the catchment. The red lines on the map show very poor water quality. Some of the problem is due to the erosion of drain and creek banks and bottoms. Other issues come from the diffuse pollution from urban environments and the impacts from the many hundreds of thousands of us living in the catchment. Vandalism from people in vehicles and on motorbikes or through dumping rubbish is also a threat to the fragile coastal environments. These problems can only grow with the population of the city of Casey projected to double over the next 30 years. Western Port's future is in our hands. We all live in the catchment, and we can help by doing things differently. Large-scale solutions include the improved management of waterways, better agricultural practices, and the creation of artificial wetlands and pollution traps. Think about what flows from our own property or street. Stop and think what we do, from washing, gardening, and walking your dog. Many of the engineering solutions would be more effective if we stopped much of the sediments, rubbish and chemicals before they get to the drains. If you wouldn't like to swim in it, then don't let it enter the drains in the first place. Become involved by joining a friends group to help restore waterways and coastal environments. Become a champion for the Bay, like the KC Youth Ambassadors, who are working to promote better stewardship for Western Port. Encourage your local school to become involved as an ICI Care Ambassador School. Help us to share the wonders of Western Port's remarkable environment with your community. Help them to appreciate that what we have is too precious to lose.